Good evening everyone and welcome once again to the Fergie Way with me, Teach FM. Now, spoilers coming if you didn't see yesterday's episode. We did once again fall at the penultimate match in the Champions League. We went out against Tottenham for the second time in the semi-final running. Last year it was against PSG, this year against Spurs, who have actually done quite well when they've played us this season, and they are chasing us to the bitter end in the Premier League. So yeah, not great news. The team's down, no doubt the fans are down. I'm sure some of you guys are down because we're chasing this Champions League. We really want to win it, but it is what it is. On the plus side, we will still be here with the Fergie Way into the next season, and hopefully we'll make that Champions League ours. But for today's episode, we're in the penultimate game in the Premier League. We are playing Brighton, chasing only a point. Just one will win us the league. We'd have to lose both games. Tottenham would have to score a shit ton of goals to try and win the league. So the league is pretty much ours, but with a little bit of luck today, following the downs of last night, hopefully we'll get some ups. So yeah, the players are coming back from injury. Memphis Depay's now ready, he can play 45 minutes. I don't think I'll rush him back into today's game though. But other than that, unsurprisingly, we've got no news. So today's episode is going to be another quick one. Quick and dirty, but hopefully it's going to end with a trophy. So we're not going to do any fannying around. We're going to get straight over to the game, see who we've selected. But I can assure you, I'll be going as strong as possible, even if the players are a little bit weak, because today it's just about the point, and then we can focus solely on the FA Cup final, in which once again, we face Spurs. So as we move on to the team selection screen, then of course we're playing at Old Trafford, so we will start with United, and we've got De Gea in net, Alaba at left back. We have switched out Romagnoli for Smalling, just literally based on fitness. We still have Eric Bailly in there. Sidibe's come in for Darmian, again fitness issues. Pogba playing the advanced playmaker role, Fosu Mensah coming in for Neves, and Herrera coming in for Sanchez. Then we have Callum Gribbin, and of course we still only have Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial up top. Depay is on the bench, the likelihood is he won't play, but at the moment Rashford and Martial have been letting me down massively, it has to be said. They've been so good for the last sort of couple of seasons, but this season, almost when Zlatan started to decline a bit, it was when these guys should have went, come on then, we'll take these, we'll take the goals, we'll take the starts, we'll take everything else, and they've just not quite made it. So for next season, we're definitely looking to add at least one striker, but who knows, maybe even more. So as we look at the Brighton team today, they've got Butland in net, Robertson, Dunk, Duffy and Hernandez, with Oliver Norwood sat in front of them. Then they have Brady, Kyle, Stevens, Lennon and Shane Long sat up top. If you'll see, they are playing the 4-1-4-1 formation. That seems to be the formation that's found us out on Football Manager. However, I don't really think they have the quality to do much damage. And as I say, we're chasing a point today. I mean, we want to go out and smash them after the disappointment of the last game, but a point will do it, and a point will bring us the Premier League. So as we move on to the opposition instructions, what you're saying, Roy? Not a right lot. It's only Shane Long who he's targeting. We will give Oliver Norwood a little bit, just because he used to play for us, and we'll move on to the team talk. Passionately now, it's got to be somewhat for the fans, because it's Premier League winning day. So this is an important match for us. Make sure you go out and give a good performance. Passionately, get out there and make a difference, lads, because, yeah, we're getting some greens. As you can see, the squad's morale, considering we've just gone out of the Champions League, is actually pretty good in general. You know, they've not took too much of a hit. So I don't think I'm being ahead of myself when I genuinely say I expect to go out there and smash Brighton today. So, yeah, disappointing, guys. Disappointing to lose against Spurs in the semi-final. It is what it is. You know, I've always played Football Manager honestly, and we got beat. That's the top and bottom of it. We had injuries, we were lacking strikers. It was just one of those games where, I mean, if you saw it, if you didn't see it, go and watch it, because the last 5 minutes of the game itself were just nail-biting. We were getting chances, nothing was working for us, and it was just one of those days where, well, it just wasn't our day. But hopefully today, we can make a change. We can get some silverwares. Gribbin forces a save from Butland. We can get some silverware, get a bit of confidence in the squad, because we do have an FA Cup final against Tottenham, which will be in tomorrow night's episode. And to be honest, following the loss in the Champions League, that FA Cup has all of a sudden become very, very important to me. To Pogba now, to Gribbin, back to Martial. Martial bursts into the box, bit of pace. Gribbin, there we go, 1-0. And at the moment, it looks like the Premier League's coming back home to Old Trafford as Martial bursts into the box. Why he couldn't do that in the last game. Plays the ball into Gribbin. Gribbin with a first-time shot, puts it in the bottom corner, puts us 1-0 up on only 8 minutes. We've had 2 shots to Brighton's 1. We're on top of them. And hopefully, well, then there's no hopefully about it. We're going to win the Premier League today. I can just feel it. So it's Sidibe now to Ander Herrera. Pogba. Plays it into Gribbin. Gribbin to Rashford. Pogba again. Still Pogba. He's trying to move forward with it. He's got 3 men round him. Plays it back to Mensah. It's Herrera now to Gribbin. Gribbin with a great ball to Sidibe. Marcus Rashford, who has been absolute shite of late, nods it straight into Butland's hands. And ordinarily, if I had the strikers, Rashford wouldn't even be playing because his form over the last 5 games is absolute garbage. Honestly, it's not great. He would be getting a talking to and being left out the side. But at the moment, not many options, so we've got to play him. It's Martial now, who's not far behind. Martial's not been good either. And I feel like they're missing Zlatan. That's what I feel like's happening. They're missing the presence that Zlatan gave them. Zlatan used to put on such a show. He used to be able to lay so many goals on for these lads, and without him at the moment, they've not been anywhere near as good. It's Martial now to Herrera. Pogba to Martial. Martial has already assisted one as he cuts in, forces a save from Butland, goes round the post. It will be a corner that Gribbin will take. Gribbin whips it in at the near post. Smalling with a very poor effort. Goes out for a goal kick to Brighton. But at the moment, we're absolutely dominating them. Maybe not on possession, but certainly on shots. And hopefully it's just going to be an easy win for us. It's Gribbin now. Gribbin, the goal scorer, forces his way into the box. Another save from Butland. It will be another corner, and this is all beginning to look too easy. Gribbin whips one in. It gets nodded out, and Lennon has picked it up. Pogba takes it off him, though. Pogba to Herrera now. Herrera to Gribbin. Back to Herrera, Sidibe. Pogba on the edge of the area. Still Pogba to Martial. Don't give it Rashford. If you're going to give it anyone, don't give it Rashford. I probably am going to bring on Memphis, even though he's a little bit injured, just so that I can take Rashford off the pitch, because at the moment he is piss poor. Martial with a shot from distance. It does go out for a corner. And once again, Gribbin will step up to take it. It's Callum Gribbin. Whips it in. Pogba's the ball in the end of the ball, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's out with Sidibe. Back to Gribbin now. Can Gribbin whip in a good cross? He does. But Rashford was the one on the end of it. Gribbin. Pogba nods it out to Alaba. Back with Gribbin now. To Bailly on the edge of the area. Plays it back to Smalling. Smalling tries a cheeky little lob over to Alaba. Aaron Lennon gets in the way of it. Goes out for a throw-in. Fosu-Mensah, he knows that we can hit him. He can hit him, but he's not done. It's Herrera. Herrera has the ball took off by Kyle on the edge of the Brighton area. And they will push out now. It's Brady. Brady takes one. Sidibe takes the ball off him now. It's back with Gribbin. Plays it into Pogba and Herrera. Herrera tries a cheeky ball forward to Rashford. He doesn't get on it, but we are still in possession. Martial plays the ball backwards to Pogba. Pogba from distance. Straight into the hands of Butland. 21 minutes in. We've had 11 shots. 8 of which have been on target, which is nice to see. And I question why we couldn't do this in the last bloody fixture. It's another corner now with Gribbin. Gribbin whips it in. Bailly down off the bar. Into Butland's hands. Not much he could do. We really should be 2-0 up at this point. But at the moment, it matters not. It's Fosu-Mensah now to Herrera. It's out with Alaba at the wing. Alaba plays it to Mensah at the edge of the area. Mensah might shoot here. He does. It goes over the bar. And yeah, lots of shots. Lots of shots hitting the target. But not really that many of them going in. As Bailly makes it 2, finally we managed to get a little bit of distance between ourselves. I think at 29 minutes into the game, it's relatively safe that we can say we're going to go ahead and win the Premier League. It's Eric Bailly rising like a salmon above everybody else. The keeper was in no man's land, and it's 2-0 United. It's Sidibe now. To Rashford. Rashford nods it down to Herrera. Herrera hits a cross in. Martial. It does get blocked. It goes out for a corner yet again. This is our 9th corner. I feel this game I've said corner and Gribbin taking it I don't know how many times. But it's Smalling. Martial with a shot that looked like it went a bit wayward. It landed at Smalling's feet. We've made it 3-0. 37 minutes into the game. And the lads needed this big win. They needed to score a handful of goals. And it looks like it's going to happen as Rashford hits a shot. It was deflected. Lands with Smalling. He just levers it into the net. 3-0 United. It's Martial now. It's relentless attack by United at the moment as Norwood steps in. Takes the ball off him, but it doesn't go anywhere. Fosu-Mensah nods it down to Herrera. It's Pogba now. Pogba with a bad ball. Once again, I don't know whether it was a bad ball or Rashford anticipation was well out the window there. But Rashford seemed to run away from it. It's Pogba wins the ball back now. It's with Gribbin. Callum Gribbin. Still Callum Gribbin after he skins 2. Ball to Martial. Martial did go in the back of the net, but he was offside. A few minutes before half-time, we're going to go in at 3-0. And yeah, positive is the best way to put it. I'm not going to encourage the players at all, Roy. Wind your neck in. I'm going to tell them I'm very happy. Let's see some greens. There we go. I will say to Gribbin that he's playing an absolute blinder, I think. So we're very happy with his performance today. Send him back out in the second half. I'll look to start making some changes soon. Try and bring on a few extra players, get a little bit more fitness. I do have one game left in the Premier League against Burnley. I'm probably going to play... Basically, whoever's not played today's game will play in the Burnley game to keep everybody fit as we get towards that last fixture against Tottenham in the FA Cup, which will be in tomorrow night's episode. And with a little bit of luck, we can go out there and stuff them, because at the moment, I think we've only took a few points off them in the last games that we've played them, and it's not been that great. We really need to hand them their arse on a plate to sort of exert a bit of dominance. They've just knocked us out of the Champions League, for crying out loud. It's Hernandez now. To Cafu. Cafu from distance, saved by De Gea. Pretty much sure it is. It's the first shot that Brighton have registered on target. While they're taking this corner, which we'll hope they're not going to score, I am going to start making some changes now. So, Gomez can come on for Callum Gribbin, even though he's having an absolute screamer. We're going to bring on Donnarumma for De Gea, actually, just for shits and giggles, to be brutally honest with you. And we have one more change to make, and it's going to be Memphis Depay for the appalling Marcus Rashford at the moment, who is... Based on the fact that we're going to have Memphis back for the FA Cup game, going to go give him a talking to after the game, let him know that he's basically been poor of late, and hopefully book his ideas up, because at the moment, we've had a Marcus Rashford for a couple of seasons that did really well. He has suffered a few injuries here and there that's kept him out of the team, but he's never really come back and done a right lot. He's worth a shit ton of money. I want to hang on to him because he is one of United youngsters. He's one of the guys that we've brought up in the Fergie ways. Martial should have scored there. He is one of the youngsters that we've brought in. We do want to retain him, we want to retain his services, but he's still got to be able to do a job. Can't just carry him. It wouldn't be fair on the rest of the team, especially when there's other strikers out there that I could add to the squad who would instantly add goals that he's not quite scoring yet. It's Norwood now, Enrique, Cafu, Norwood to Long. Still Shane Long. Smalling takes it off him though. It's with Sadiba, Alaba. David Alaba still plays it to Martial. Still Martial plays it to Gomez. It's Alaba on the wing now. Depay is waiting in the middle of the area. It's not come. There it is. It's Martial off the bar. Unlucky Martial. Martial's tried today. You know, he probably should have had a goal or two, you might say. But at least he's bloody trying. As Paul Pogba has just picked up an injury, and the season's getting from bad to fucking worse. Of course, I've already made 3 subs as well, which makes it even fucking more marvellous. We have to drop Gomez down there. We'll leave the gap. We're not going to play an attack midfielder. But what we'll probably do is we will set Memphis Depay to a false 9 on support and hope that he can plug that gap in the middle. We're going to win the game anyway. I'm just hoping that Pogba's injury is not too bad, because to be honest, we need him going into that FA Cup final. It's Memphis now. Plays the ball forward to Martial. Can Martial break the last man? He doesn't. He loses out, but Gomez has picked up the ball. Gomez loses out again. It's Martial now. Flip it into Depay. Get in. Oh! Great save, it has to be said. Butland reaches down to his bottom corner, pushes it over the bar. It's Gomez on the corner now. It's cleared out. It's with Kayal, and Kayal will boot it clear. We're in the 89th minute. A couple of minutes left only. It's Fox on the ball. Norwood. Well played by Sidibe. Intercepting that one. It's Gomez now to Memphis. Memphis will look for Martial to make a move. He's not done. Is Memphis down? No, he's not down. Thank Christ. It's Gomez now to Memphis. Memphis with a couple men around him, plays it out to Sidibe. A great ball it was as well. It's Fosu Mensah. Still Mensah to Herrera to Memphis. Gomez. Still Gomez with a shot. Goes into Butland's hands. We've ended with 29 shots and half of them hitting the target. The lads have done alright today. I'd like to see more hitting the target, but nonetheless, we're 3-0 up. We are playing a very weak team. Brighton are currently sort of 3 places from the drop. They're fighting relegation. This might very well put them down. I don't know. We'll take a look in a second. It's Donnarumma now out to Alaba. Kayal. Hamed. Kayal again. Norwood. Norwood tries a searching ball forward. Smalling picks it up. We've got 30 seconds left. It's pretty much going to be the last few kicks of the game as Memphis now. Martial's in no man's land up on the left there. He's looking to try and get involved maybe. As Dunk takes the ball straight from a relatively tired Memphis, it has to be said. I was told he could have 45 minutes. He'd come on at the 60th for Shane Long. Nicks what's only going to be a consolation goal. It's not going to affect our lead. It's not going to affect the Premier League coming back to Old Trafford. But either way, well played to him. Brady plays a low ball across, Long arriving at the front post, left foot into the opposite corner, past Donnarumma. And yeah, it looks like it's going to end 3-1 because I'm guessing that was pretty much the last kick of the game. It's Herrera. Plays it forward to Memphis. Dunk clears it. Full time, 3-1. By rights, we should be champions, I'm pretty sure. Passionately, happy with the result in the way you played. We had a 9 from Gribbin, so of course we're going to tell him that he deserved a breather. He was spectacular. And we're also going to grab Rashford. He played a 6.8, so he's probably not going to like this, but I'm going to tell him he was not at his best. And yeah, that's the end of the game. So, first bit of news, Manchester United clinched Premier League title, so we did win the league. It's a bit bittersweet, I'll be brutally honest, because we were here for the Champions League, but at least we won the league. It puts us in a commanding position to, of course, go back into the Champions League next season. It says United have done the double, which is a crock of shit because the first trophy we lifted was the Charity Shield, so that's no double as far as I'm concerned. But here comes the big bit of news. So you guys can see right now whether it's a bad un or a good un, and I can't. So now you're going to be able to gauge my reaction. Oh, for fuck's sake. Devastating. Devastating. I don't know what else to say. Absolutely gutted. 4 months for Pogba, not going to be great for him. I mean, we can see on his stats he's amazing. He's going to come back. Some of this is going to be lost, I'm sure, due to the fact he's not going to be training. I suppose it's sort of come at a decent time of year. If I'm trying to find any positives in it, you know, June, July, August, September is pretty much going to be back for somewhere near the beginning of the season. But when we still got the FA Cup final coming, we don't have Juan Mata back yet. Yeah, pain in the arse. Pain in the arse. Also, we've managed to enter the Hall of Fame. We're currently only sat in 9th, of course. We've won 3 Premier League titles. Unfortunately, as you can see here, yeah, other club trophies, nothing. International trophies, nothing anyway. But yeah, I mean, we wanted Europe, didn't we? Hey, we really wanted Europe. Doesn't matter. It matters not. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at the Premier League. Rather than read all these news stories, we'll have a quick look at the Premier League, see how it looks like it's going to end for any of the guys going down. Is there a chance now? Brighton, bearing in mind we've got to play Burnley, so I think Burnley are going to lose the last game of this season because I want the guys to kick on and do well. So Brighton might have a chance. Who Brighton going to be playing? Now, if we just take a quick look at the fixtures for the final day, Brighton have got Villa. Villa are doing all right. In fact, Brighton could send one of the other teams down. It's going to be an interesting one. You won't see it because I'm going to do it off camera, but it's going to be quite interesting to see who goes down. It's pretty obvious now. Well, it is obvious. Wolves and Swansea, they're down, but it's whether Brighton can get out of this little scrap that still involves Villa, Burnley and Everton. So, hey-ho. So, we'll take a look at the schedule, but it doesn't matter down there because we already know we are going to be back for the FA Cup final against Spurs tomorrow night. We're going to be without Pogba. We've got Memphis back. Hopefully Memphis' fitness can be up to grade and we can start him. I'm going to go and have a quick word with Rashford and tell him that basically he's playing garbage. He'll be on the bench. Hopefully Depay will start, and that'll be that. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Give me a like for the Premier League. You'll be doing me a favour because at the moment I'm feeling quite down for going out of the Champions League, and obviously the bitter blow that getting Paul Pogba injured has pissed me right off. So if you could hit the like button, you'll be making an angry manager smile. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the sub button. Hopefully I'll see you in tomorrow night's episode where we'll go on, hopefully lift another trophy, 2 episodes on the bounce. Who knows? But other than that, I've been Teach FM and I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.